Caspar versus GSL, Protoss versus Zerg. We have the last map, it's Ohana. And at the bottom right, we have our Protoss player starting in the red. Starting for the Prime team, it is
CreatorPrime.
Strong performance on Cloud Kingdom saved him in this best of 3. Now he's on the last map and he's up against his Zerg opponent. To the top right of the map, starting for Samsung Khan. It is the Zerg player, calls himself
Samsung Khan, RorO.
RorO. Sorry. Sorry, I had a compulsory need to say RorO suddenly. I don't know why it came over me. I'm so sorry.
You killed the mood, Wolf.
I ruined everything. But I want to hear what you had to say. I'm very sorry.
Nah, this is just epic. I love it. I really, really love it. Not only did RorO already take down C today, but now he is 1-1 against Creator on this third map. We've seen how strong he is in the late game, and Creator in every single game tries to go for this 2-base timing attack. He really wants to take him out fast. But this is a map where a lot of Protoss players actually try to take a bit of an aggressive opening, then transition into the third base, and so many Zerg players have been overcommitting at attempting to take down the third, and then up against Immortals, up against Stalkers and Sentries. They just die, they never transition out of it. It's not a play that I expect from RorO here. He has made very good decisions in this tournament so far, but it might be something that we are going to see. Who's going to take this? Who is going to play Parting tomorrow?
Well, that is one of the world's biggest mysteries right now, as the hatchery does get placed. And man, Loch Ness Monster has nothing on this. Nobody can predict the outcome of this. This is going to be crazy. What will Creator do? He's been known in the past to just stick with his guns and use similar strategies multiple games in a row. So far, kind of 2 games in a row with a big pressure attack, and I kind of feel like, if I had to guess, I would say he does it again.
There are so many strategies that you can use on this map. Link Stalkers are also a very good option. You can play them in order to take down the third base. You can also go for some kind of timing with a Warp Prism, where you just try to block the ramp with Sentries and all in that. We've seen quite often the third base is an option on this map. It's a little bit harder to take, but at the same time, there's just so many options that Creator has. Taking the second gas right now, and at the same time, RorO is opting for the third base again, moving to the right side. And an Immortal push on this map is so great if you get into a position at the fourth base, at the right side, then you can make your way down the ramp into the third. Very, very strong position for a Protoss player to be in, if he's able to get into the spot.
Yeah, this map can be also great for that third base. And I wonder, I mean, Creator could try to do that. There's no way to predict. And this is the exact reason why RorO is going to be a little bit uncomfortable here. Taking a quick gas will indicate that he will have his speed faster than some Zergs have opted to get that, and that can be quite critical on a map like this.
Also something that RorO has shown a very, well, not very, but early techs. Kind of early techs, fairly early on this map, trying to go full air because he wants his Overseer, he wants to have the scouting information just in time, and he wants to have the option to go for the Burrow upgrade or just react to his opponent's build with his tech. For example, the Infestors that we've seen. And now both of them really tensed up before this game. We've seen the camera shots, both of them like really, really eager to close the series here and to advance.
Yeah. And the Queen comes down. Actually, he really wants to deny this pro, but not going to happen. The Queen obviously wants to go to third base regardless, but great scouting here by Creator. What is he going to do? He's getting +1. He's getting a Sentry as well. This may indicate robotics play.
And there it is.
There it is, yeah.
We might see the push with Immortals. A very strong push on this map. And of course, guys, this is all about prestige. You want to represent your own country. You want to represent Korea. That's what it's all about here at the WCS Korea. Advancing not only to the Asia Finals, but the winner of this entire endeavor is going to have a slot in the overall final already for the WCS. This is only the first step that these players are going to take on their journey to the WCS final. Now we have the speed being researched for RorO. At the same time, Creator about to finish his robotics. And is he going to go for this 2-base timing attack, or is he building the unit composition in order to secure his third base?
Yeah, that's the question. That's the question that's going to be answered very, very soon. And I think we will know that we see a +1 armor research before a Nexus.
And once again, the lair tech and additional gas before he gets his evolution chamber or his Roach Warren. He wants to get this earlier lair, he wants to have the scouting information, and his Overlord saw the robotics already. So where is the Roach Warren?
Yeah, where is it? And he's seen that, but he's not seen the rocks being worked on, which is what.
Did you already build it? Did I miss it? Is it already completed?
No.
No. He has no Roach Warren.
With extra gas is going down, man. He may be going for Mutus. He starts a Spine Crawler in his main.
In his main base?
And in his third.
Okay, now I'm a little bit weirded out. What exactly is he thinking is going to happen here?
Mutalisks? But he doesn't have the gases early enough, I feel, to really utilize that.
Now the problem is more, why does he build those Spine Crawlers in this position? I understand the one at the third base, but in the main base?
Concern of a sentry drop is the only thing I can think of.
Yeah, me too. Getting a lot of gas right now. He might try to hit this Mutalisk timing in order to defend it against this push, and there it is. We have the Spire on its way. And will Creator give him enough time? That's going to be very important now. The Overseer is morphing, so he will know exactly about the timings. Here comes the War Prism right now. And how are you going to play this, Creator? Is he just following it? He's moving out already. RorO might not have the time. Look how many drones he's building. He's at 68 and he builds another 10.
I think he's going to die. He does not know what's going on. The Warp Prism is coming. The Spine Crawler is being moved. And I like in a sense that, you know, it's like there's some flexibility here. He actually pulls a lot of drones out of his third base as well.
I like this. I like this a lot. He's willing to sacrifice the third.
The Immortal.
No. Yes. He's willing to sacrifice the third base here because he knows he cannot really hold it, and now he moves away with every single drone. That is so smart by RorO. He's like, okay, I will probably not be able to hold this. I move back with the drones. I'm not losing the drones, but my my Spire Tech is completely blindsiding you.
Yeah, and he's got the Spine Crawlers. There's no way Creator can actually attack in the natural.
Wolf, he doesn't have the supply. He needs more supply. He doesn't have the Overlords. He can only build like 2. He can only build 2 more. Oh, sorry, I mixed it up with Creator. My bad, guys, but here comes the attack, and there's no way you're going to crush through this Creator.
He cannot attack into those spines, but he's got RorO kind of trapped at this point. He loses a pylon. Great positioning. RorO was so good with his lings.
I was just so completely weirded out. I looked at the supply tab, and I really thought that it was RorO who only had like 4 supply freed up, and it was actually Creator, and I was like, oh my god, he's going to lose because he doesn't have the Overlords. But I mixed it up, and now here come the Mutalisks.
Is screwed.
Yes, it certainly is.
And so are the sentries, no matter if he lands them or not.
And the bullying will be very, very late.
Yeah. And this is... Obviously, he's killed the hatchery here, but this is a cutthroat game. Both players going for the attack. Creator actually... He thinks it's 2010, man. He says, I'm going to go, and he is trying to break through the spines, but I just do not foresee this working.
The Mutalisks look
and they come back. There's not enough Stalkers. Creator may find himself losing here, 2-1.
Why is he attacking? He needs to attack the Stalkers. Now he does it. Focus down the Stalkers. There is no way for Creator to actually do enough damage here.
The Immortal's trying to take out a Queen, and, well, that's not going to work.
No, not at all. And now we have a Mutalisk count of 13. Blink has been started. The Pylon is going to die as well. Resources lost in this entire endeavor. 4,500 for Creator and 2,700 for RorO.
Stalker count back up at 15. No cannons in play, though. The Mutalisk count even with the Stalker count. The Probe count is better, though, for Creator.
Yes.
Significantly, once again.
That's
kind of a continuing trend we've seen with RorO's play.
That is exactly what he currently has an advantage. The Harvesters, but we have at the same time already the expansion being rebuilt. No, actually here, there it is. Being rebuilt now for RorO, who's transitioning into Infestation Pit. I love that he is not really just sticking blind, just drinking as a one-trick pony with the Mutalisks, but that he prepares a transition. But can he pick up a couple of additional buildings and make those Mutalisks work? He has the map controller certainly now.
Yep. And gets pylon number 1.
A lot of Stalkers here.
The drone count is coming up for RorO because he knows he's got the control, and an attack is not going to be his worst enemy.
As soon as he has enough Infestors for the fungal, he can just go for... He doesn't even have to go for any kind of Roach attack. He can go straight for Zerglings. He still doesn't have the Roach Warren, if I'm not mistaken. So it's just relying on his Zerglings here. He doesn't need Roaches because at this point, all that he needs is just to force out as many of his opponent's Blink Stalkers as possible, then pin them down with a fungal and let the Zerglings and the Mutalisks do their job.
Yes.
But what's going to be really scary for him is the transition. Templar Archive and Storm and Archons. That's the answer to Lings and, of course, Mutalisks.
And it can be quite useful against the Infestors as well, depending on how it's played. If you can get in there and Storm and or Fungal. But obviously, yeah, that's what I meant, not Fungal. And the Mutas are about to have +1. But he's totally transitioning out of this. And the threat is always going to be there, though, for the Mutas for a base trade, for example. All these spines he made earlier, he's using them as well. They're not useless here. That's one of the reasons why he was so drone low, because he saved all his drones at the third, but he made so many drones into spine crawlers that he was a little bit low on that.
The +3 attack upgrade now on his way for Creator. 128 supply against 132. Now 12 drones building. He really wants to saturate this third base. Smart move here to play this a little bit higher in economy. The Hive Tech already on its way. He knows that he has the map control now.
Yes. And that will fade away slowly, but he's using all the timings he has right now with these Mutalisks. Still 15 in total, roaming the map.
He's of course behind on upgrades, but with the double evolution chamber that he has, he is trying to close the gap here. Another base being established by RorO is getting the 4th right now. Guys, this is the last map. This is the map that counts.
Yeah, this is the deciding game here. And +3 is about to be done for Creator, but even with +3, there's so many spines on the map. He doesn't have any Colossi, and he's just in a position where he cannot actually attack. But the Stargate is on the way, so he's going to be lining his Fleet Beacon up around with the Greater Spire, so the attack is relatively even at this point. 4th base coming up for RorO is a great choice. I really like that.
The memories that Creator has on this map against Zerg, they are not good ones. They are the memories,
Curious, man.
Exactly, against Curious. He lost the game, and he does not want to relive the same things again. Is it the curse of Ohana for Creator? Or will he this time win the match against the Zerg player? The Greater Spire is on its way. The Stargate is nearly done. Fleet Beacon will probably follow suit.
Now it's really important to remember throughout all of this that Ohana actually means family.
Yeah, of course.
So don't forget that. Now here's the Fleet Beacon. Greater Spire is on the way, of course, at a fairly even timing. +2 armor on the way for Creator as well, as he is continuing those upgrades.
And look at those spine crawlers. This is the Creator's worst nightmare. It's of course something that Protoss players usually have bad dreams about, but for Creator it has a really it's just really significant. It's something that left his print.
Yeah, and the Spore Crawlers are going to become a problem later as well. I do not think Creator will attempt the carrier transition, not with the situation he's in, because he won't have the gas bank to do so. Usually that's only something you can do when you're ahead. This may put him ahead, though, if he actually gets this hatch, but no, he's got to turn around as he sees the Mutas with his Observer, and here we go, the Lings lead the charge, but he decides not to fight. A smart choice, because he simply does not have enough. The hatchery, though, is something he's going to have to contend with. Uh-oh. Not only if he loses the Forge will he lose the upgrades, the Lings could stream in.
That's definitely a problem. The Forge has gone to the top left, though. He could actually take down these units. He could take them down, but he has to be very careful when it comes down to this. Oh, wow, what a warp! And I was about to say about the storms, that's what he has to be careful about. But right now he has to deal with those Zealots first.
The Zealots on the right side are killing the hatchery once more.
Exactly.
So a lot of damage being done here. And even though he cleans up the Zealots, oh, wow.
No,
he can't get it.
No.
But it's damage for later. 6 Broodlords, though, were not stopped. And the Stalkers in the middle of the map are clearing up creep tumors. This is awesome to see.
Yeah, really well done. RorO, by the way, transfused his Greater Spire immediately with the Queen that he had in the main base. Now we have the first few Broodlords being morphed. What's the Infestor count? 9. A little bit lower than he was the entire time in all the other games. Creator securing himself a 4th base here. He's not afraid of going toe-to-toe with his opponent in the late game this time.
Not scared at all. He's going to need good vortexes. And he's going to need Colossi. I feel that this army composition cannot be used as is perfectly, because you need to deal with the spine crawlers in some way. And the Colossi are just a great way to add extra firepower. Storms alone just do not do enough damage to high hit points units like Broodlords.
Yeah, you're right. He needs something to deal with the spine crawlers. And there's not a lot that you can actually build. Either you go for a very high count in Immortals, or you go for some kind of Colossus play.
Yeah,
and
the
now
other thing is carrier transition as well, but that's something he cannot afford right now.
Nidus Network is being built for RorO. Where does he have his Overseers? Actually not in position. No Overlords, no Overseers at the bottom right or bottom left. In Dark Shrine again for Creator. A wall of spine crawlers. Neural Parasite coming up. The Mothership is there. Shield upgrades being researched. Armor as well. Another Warp Prism coming in.
Yeah, and this Warp Prism will be such a great tool for Creator. As soon as he gets those extra gates coming through, he's just got the resources to dump into it, not in gas, but in minerals. And with the Dark Shrine, we saw how useful that can be. Look at the Broodlords hidden at the right. That's actually pretty cool. Won't get trapped. And he sees the hatch, but he cannot kill it. This is a stressful situation for Creator, coming on the left side with the Stalkers to kill another hatchery. And he's even got the Warp Prism follow-up. If he actually kills his hatchery and then goes for a blink into the main, there's actually a lot of different things he can do with this Warp Prism. He's got the recall available as well, so he can go back and warp his units back home.
There is the Nidus network used with those Mutalisks. Yeah, but he sees it. And now the Storms. That's the problem that we talked about earlier. Is there going to be another one? No. The Broodlords are still in a position where they can actually pressure those units a little bit. The Zerglings have to be careful here. The run by not as successful as the past ones.
Warp Prism in the main. There's
Double
nothing
Queen.
here, and he's making 8 Zealots.
Uh-oh. This Dark Shrine is in dire straits. Here comes the charge. The Queens are being borrowed. He actually borrows the Queen.
But the Greater Spire is very vulnerable here. He's going to take it out.
Best timing to approach this ramp. The Spine Crawlers were not ready. Here come the Transfuses at the Greater Spire, and it dies. No, another Transfuse. It's so close.
Oh my god, he gets it.
Oh, wow.
The Zealot's dying breath, and this means not only does he lose the Greater Spire, but since he wanted to protect it, he had his units out of position, so Creator also gets the base to the right side, and RorO is out of gas.
Creator's heart must be pumping now. He knows that he's in a good spot here. Double Spire being built for RorO. He's trying to get back into this game, but now suddenly it is the Protoss player who is ahead in supply, who has the better bank. So much gas for Creator.
And the Mothership.
None for RorO.
Mothership's 150 energy here. The Infestors do have Neural, and this is something he was able to deny his previous opponent. He was not able to get a single Vortex off. And James Bond Infestor!
Oh, there we go!
He grabs it and drops the Vortex!
He drops the Vortex indeed. One borrowed Infestor. What a great move here. The Infestor is dead. The Mothership has nearly enough energy for another Vortex. But look at these bases for Creator. He's taking a 5th now.
This was such a great move by RorO, though. Without that, he would have been in a much tougher situation, but it's a small victory for him.
The Infestor.
That is essentially it. He's got these Broodlords actually in an awkward position on the right side where there's nothing underneath them if he gets just one blink. Oh, targets the Mothership. No, not enough energy for a Vortex.
Oh my god, RorO with such a nice play here suddenly. Creator
Storm not so
ahead.
useful. He can't break up the ramp. He's wasted so many units.
Creator is ahead, and then suddenly RorO turns up the heat, takes down the Mothership, and is once again in a small, slight supply lead. But this bank for Creator is so awesome. Just look how fast he can remax again. He's at 188, and RorO has to be so careful. Yes, he has the same army supply, but he needs to win a big fight here.
He really does. I mean, I think that Creator's obviously still in this, but the Broodlords could be used more to get better position. This is not a situation where I think Creator can break up this ramp. A Storm is decent, but the Lings come from the back.
What a blink, an offensive blink. Now he's right beneath the Broodlords. The Infestors can funnel. What about those Stalkers?
Look at the supply of RorO fall.
Oh god, he loses so much. On the other hand, Creator is already down in supply. The problem for Creator is that he is, yes, he's remaxing, but he lost his bank.
Yeah, he lost his bank, and he's not able to follow suit and finish the deal here. He did not have his Mothership with him, but he's got the better mining right now, and RorO is in a very uncomfortable position. He needs another base.
You know what helped Creator so much? Killing this Greater Spire. It took RorO ages to build the Double Spire and to complete the Greater Spire upgrade. Now he finally can build some Broodlords again. He has the Infestor count to back them up, but this was really something that affected his play immensely.
Sneaky DT coming in here for some harassment, maybe some Infestor pickoffs. Gives him some vision as well.
Sneaking past all of those Spine Crawlers. There's not a single Overseer in position.
Creator Spire targets it.
There are four Overseers in this game.
And none of them are going to stop this DT from killing the Greater Spire. He's got Transfuses.
And RorO's fed up with this play. He is building 5 Overseers now.
He's not. He needs to transfuse. I think he's just waiting to do it. There's no way he does not. Yeah.
There it is.
Trying to give the DT false sense of security.
Na 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 na.
Well, DT is going to be a problem over here as well. Overseers are great, and we saw him use roaches in the game on Cloud Kingdom, but if you don't have anything to defend the BTs, you're going to have some problems. And there's no Broodlords in position now. They're coming in.
Yeah, they're moving in indeed, and here comes the army for Creator. He has to be very careful, though. A lot of energy on those infestors for the fungals.
He has really worn down a lot of the defenses of RorO, though. There's no Spinecrawlers in place at all anymore.
Offensive Bling taking down the Broodlords.
And the Mothership.
One by one, the Mothership is there. Immediately the spread by RorO. The fungal. Oh, but the Vortex catches 3 of the Broodlords. Not too many, though.
Yeah, he's trying to get his Stalkers in here, actually, but there's too many Spinecrawlers. The Spinecrawlers at the natural are gone, but these are still good. He cannot actually do much with this.
Creator is losing so many units, both of them roughly 26,000 resources lost. Here comes RorO once again. He's so low in money right now. This is the big engagement. The Broodlord's in a good spot. And those infestors will infest the Terrans. And look at those! Look at the Stalkers! They die, all of them!
GT is still being annoying, but he fungals it, takes it out. This game is so close right now.
I can't believe this Creator is now down in supply again. He lost so much.
And he lost the Mothership, and he does not have the bank to remake Stalkers that he needs to deal with the Broodlords that still remain alive. Right now there's only 3, but 3 is enough when your Stalker count is also 3.
5 bases against 4, and somehow RorO makes this work. He has 2 binding bases, but it's like another Mothership is being built. This is insane.
It's like a RorO hatchery is worth 2 hatcheries, man, with how he is able to make low economy play work. No
Creator lost so much already, but RorO is somehow still in this game. He does not have the army to actually push forward, and it's a bad spot for him to be in, but it's just amazing to see how long he could hold on.
He's hanging from like a golden thread, and Creator is going to be denied here by Fungals and Spinecrawlers once more. But actually he does not react quickly enough to save the Spinecrawlers, so the Spinecrawlers will go down. Well, if he targets it. Either way, trading decently here for Lings when he has the better mineral income.
Oh, got this Mothership.
The Mothership is on the way, and RorO is just facing Zealot Wave after Zealot Wave. Creator's just dumping his minerals into this, but eventually this is going to bite him a little bit. But RorO just needs to keep producing Lings, and he doesn't want to. He doesn't have Adrenal Glands.
Exactly, Adrenal Glands is not available to him. That's one of the problems that he definitely has.
16 Zealots at once, man. He is just dumping the minerals. He's like, you can't hold forever, man. I am just going to eventually kill you here.
He's so maxed out on upgrades as well. 3 armor, 3 attack, 3 shields, and RorO is missing the 3rd armor upgrade, so these Zealots doing a lot of damage. Chasing them down. Did you guys see this? Just chasing them with a charge upgrade. That would actually look so funny.
Zealot Marathon.
100-meter sprint.
Yeah. The Infestor's trying to stay alive, but it's just too much.
Yeah, 200 supply against 128 now in favor of Creator.
I mean, he can kill some of these Zealots all he wants, but he can't kill them all. This is actually a sick strategy by Creator. It's the make Zealots until RorO dies build.
Yeah, at this point he can certainly afford it, and there's just no way that his opponent's going to attack. Look at these Zealots, they are everywhere. He has 37 Zealots, and he's just sending them in, taking down hatch after hatch. Here comes another fungal, and this is just too much pressure. RorO is starting to crumble. It looks like this last Zerg in the tournament is going to die to a Protoss player. It looked really good for him. He played well, but apparently Creator is just too much for him to handle him after all.
You know, the gas bank was so low for RorO. He couldn't make more Broodlords, and Creator said, you know what? I'm not even going to try to make Stalkers. He'll never be able to use those as well as I can use Zealots. He makes only Zealots and just overwhelms his opponent with a better economy. And the worker count now down to 28. He's killing the Infestation Pit, or Evolution Terrorist. He will eventually kill Infestation Pit. Colossi transition on the way as he knows that the Greater Spire is now gone, as well as the regular Spire can't even make Corruptors anymore.
And the resources lost are really in favor of RorO. Creator is not playing this cost efficiently, but the thing is, he doesn't have to, and he knows it.
He won't, exactly.
He's playing his strength right now. He knows that he has the better economy, and this is what we really capitalize on. The big army for RorO, that's at the right side of him, defending his 4th base. He wants to build one last death ball. One last death ball to take down Creator, to move in, make the Fungals and the Infested Terrans work, and then let the Broodlords do their thing. But Creator has so many units, and he has another Mothership.
He does. The Infestors with a ton of energy. He has having to remake his spawning pool to remake, well, Lings, of course. This is just too much.
He builds the spawning pool again right now. But, well, what can he actually do here? We have Colossi now building, we have extended thermal range.
He's trying to fungal, but there's just, I mean, there's so much stuff, he can't hit it all.
Boom!
Good feedbacks, 3, 4 in a row. 4 kills for 1 Templar. Great trade.
And he can back off again.
He doesn't even lose. He doesn't even kill the High Templar.
Time is working in Creator's favor, and he knows it. He even takes a 6th base now to the left side of the map.
I would like to see him just make 1 Warp Prism and go and kill the hatchery at the top right. He's actually starting Warp Prism speed right now. And he's doubling RorO's supply. RorO is holding on still, but I don't care how well he's been able to make low economy work for this game. This is not going to be something he can make work for much longer.
It is Creator's game to lose. There is no way that RorO can win it if Creator does not make one massive mistake. And at this point, what actually could happen? The mothership has to be careful. That could, with a Neuroparasite maybe, but look at this. Once again, it is once again James Bond with 1 Vortex, but he still has enough energy for another one.
Damn, is RorO good at that?
Yeah.
Well, these units are going to get bungled, but look at the storms.
Oh, wow. All those investors already low on HP. And here comes the army for the Protoss player. It is the last stand of RorO, Samsung Khan's last player. He is trying to win this game. A lot of Neuroparasites actually doing a really good job, but in the end it is Creator who is now tripling the supply of his opponent. The Zerg out of luck here.
Yep. 1 Broodlord defends the hatchery. He is the King Broodlord, but too much GG.
This is it. Creator advances, and he is happy. Look at this face.
What a great face.
Yeah, he definitely put a lot of effort into this, and he is so relieved. He's like, wow, that was definitely not easy. RorO is out of the tournament. He already qualified. He's one of the 10 players that are going to advance, and what a performance that we have seen. He can really be proud of his performance at the WCS Korea.
Absolutely, man. And this is Creator's moment, I think.
Yeah.
He obviously, you know, still could fall, but this has been his tournament for sure. I mean, if any tournament you could say this about Creator for, it would be this one.
Really well played. But once again, congratulations to RorO. This performance in this tournament was so impressive. Him taking out seed was just marvelous. A great performance. I really want to see him in the next tournament again. This is going to be so epic. This guy, wow.
Wow, indeed. And that does it for today, pretty much. We're going to take another quick look at the brackets. Remember about the Barcraft tomorrow. Go on Twitter, especially if you live in Korea, especially because if you don't, then this is not going to be as useful to you. But go on Twitter, follow me at ProxyWolf at Caldor, or just look at our Twitters. We have the link to the information about the Barcraft tomorrow. Send as many people down there as you can. There's going to be a ton of players there. Of course, really important esports celebrities, quote unquote. I, myself, and Caldor will likely be joining after the finals as well. We can't be there to watch the games because we're actually going to be commentating them. We have this problem that we cannot be in 2 places at once somehow. Not yet.
We try sometimes, but we didn't perfect the skill just yet.
Yeah, we're still working on that cloning device.
Maybe with a quick recall, we could be at the Barcraft faster.
The mothership doesn't have enough energy yet, though. Working on that. No
always the same
purifier.
problem.
I mean, no energize yet for our mothership core either. I don't know.
I guess we have to take the trainer or cap after all.
Yeah, I guess so. But you guys can see us there afterwards. We will come down and say hi. So you can also come to the studio and see us.
Yeah.
But we won't ride the train with you afterwards. That's weird.
But, well,
I'm just kidding.
great games today, nonetheless. I mean, those matches today, the Protoss versus Protoss games were great. And, of course, the PVCs that we've seen with RorO, they were amazing as well. But today's matches are over. Tomorrow we actually do we have 5 or do we have 6 games?
5 matches, if I'm not mistaken. The 2 consolation matches, then the...
5.
Then... It depends on if the winner of the winner's bracket loses or not as well.
Good point.
So, because if he wins, then it's over. But if he loses, then you have the second series.
Exactly. So tomorrow is going to be the final day of the WCS Korea. It's going to be really, really awesome. And I can't wait for these games. And we will, of course, see a lot of players that already fell short in the tournament series. We talked about it, that we will have to determine player number 9 and 10 as well. Here we have a quick look at the brackets.
Yeah, here they are. Squirtle, of course, advancing over Parting with his water gun, and he will place against whoever wins between Parting and Creator.
Okay, Gom actually calls this final that we have tomorrow the losers bracket final. In other tournaments, you can also call it the consolation final, and then the overall final. It's basically a matter of how you name things. But here it's so
here's
today,
everything simplified for you guys. Tomorrow we have Polt versus Mia and Curious versus Puzzle to decide the 2 players going to the Asia finals. Then we have Parting against Creator and the loser bracket final. Then last but not least, Squirtle versus the winner of that match number 3 that you guys can see there. So we don't even know what the finals are going to be just yet, but it will be PvP no matter what.
Yeah, and judging from the PvPs that we've seen so far, it's going to be epic. Those games were just great.
Could have a rematch between Parting and Squirtle, for example.
Yeah.
That would be pretty cool to see. You know, a
That
team
would be
kill.
insane.
Startail probably pretty happy with the results so far of their
Yeah.
team, I would say. And so should Prime, with Creator being the Prime representative there.
He did really well, and he's not out of it yet. We've just seen it, of course. He can still advance. So, guys, tomorrow, important once again at 6:10 p.m. Korean Standard Time, 11 a.m. For the Europeans amongst you. And I guess that's it for today. The two of us will be back tomorrow with the last matches of the WCS Korea. Make sure to tune in, and I hope that you have a great evening. See you tomorrow.